Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray, brought to you proudly by Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Barton Power Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Best Care Home Services.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. And again, say hello to all you folks in Brownsville, Tennessee, Jackson, Tennessee. As we talk outdoors, the fastest 90 minutes in the outdoor radio program every Saturday morning, based out of Intercom Radio here on ESPN 790. And I always like to talk to this lady on with this because she's not only a legend of the outdoors, but she's a legend to a lot of folks who appreciate her over the years, her work through her companies, and also her talents, and also the ability to answer dumb questions from radio hosts. So she's been able to handle that pretty good. So let's talk right now to our good friend Linda Powell. She is the media relations from Mossberg director. Good morning, Linda. And I know we were talking earlier about 100 years, 1919.
And what's so impressive, it's still family-owned and operated, so we're now into the fourth generation.
Wow.
Still running the company, and, I'm so proud to be part of that heritage and tradition.
Well, we're glad to have you on the show here this morning to talk a little. We've been so down here in the dungeon area. We've been kind of depressed. We've got chronic wasting disease we're dealing with in Tennessee,
right?
And now with this wonderful duck season we've had. So everybody's talking about, can you get your license, can you get repaid and get your money sent back to you?
Get a refund?
Yeah, a refund. That's the word I was looking for. So let's talk pistols, because I was really impressed with the press release that we got from you related to Mossberg and the new MC1SC subcompact 9mm pistol. And we were talking about that, Ron and myself, and 22 ounces. And then we just said, well, that's not really. Then we said fully loaded, and I think that added.
That's impressive.
That's impressive. So talk a little bit about what's new for 2019 with Mossberg.
Well, it is really exciting news, and just to backtrack a little bit, probably a lot of your listeners don't realize that Mossberg's very first gun that they introduced 100 years ago was a little handgun. It was a 22.
Uh-huh.
And what made it unique, it was actually had four barrels that kind of rotated. So as far as capacity at that time, you had four shots. And so it was designed for trappers, going out in the field. But because of that capacity, it very quickly became popular as a concealed carry. And so we obviously have now a long history of that, but Mossberg's been out of handguns since that time, and I've known about this project now for a little over 3 years and very excited and couldn't wait to announce it. But we're back in handguns, and we're starting with a Striker Fire subcompact 9mm. And as you mentioned, I think the beauty of it is it's very compact, very lightweight. But as a female, I've shot it a bit now, and I find it very comfortable to shoot. I'm easily able to handle the recoil, and, it fits my hand. The grip is so well designed that, it just fits very comfortably in your hand.
Well, it's got so many different things. The grip palm, I think you're talking about swell.
Right.
And also the safe takedown system. And John Gordon was saying before we came on with you, he didn't know Mossberg was in pistols. And a lot of folks, what do you think about when I'm talking to John, when you hear the name Mossberg?
Well, first thing that comes to mind always is shotguns.
That's right. Yeah. Who hasn't shot? Who is using
835, the 500s, and I've got one of the little SA 28 gauge automatics, semi-autos, which is a really nice little gun.
Really? Okay. And so you take 100 years before you decide to get back in it. So tell us. You say this is 3 years in the works, Linda. Tell us about why y'all wanted to do this.
Well, I think, one of the things that I really pride myself on with Mossberg is we do our research and we listen to our customers. And research was showing us that the largest growing market is in pistols.
Mm-hmm.
And then as we dug a little bit deeper, we saw that it was in a subcompact, 9mm or a 380.
Mm-hmm.
The barrel length was key, and on this one, as you noted, we've got a short 3.4-inch barrel on this.
Yeah.
So we took all that data and said, hey, we think that we can bring a quality, full-featured handgun to the market at an affordable price, because, that's what Mossberg really prides itself on, is providing the average man, woman, person, with affordable firearms. So, I think that's what we delivered here. But the other part of it is, a lot of people don't realize how innovative Mossberg's been. And we have over 100 design patents, and I'm really pleased to say we've got 3 new patents pending on the new MC1.
Really?
Wow.
Huh. 3 already.
And
yes.
One of the things I'm really impressed with is it also has there's a laser equipped model too, where the laser is between the trigger guard and the muzzle, which is a little bit different than most pistols.
Yes, and for those of us, speaking about myself, who maybe have aging eyes, or maybe if you're thinking about in a home defense situation, you're going to be in a low light.
Yeah.
I really at this point like to have a laser on my personal defense handguns.
Mm-hmm.
So the beauty of this is a Viridian E-Series laser, as you mentioned, and if you look at the way that you would actually grip the gun, makes it very easy to activate because, as you mentioned, it's in front of the trigger guard. And it's a red light laser, so, highly visible in low light situations. We also have another model, if you're not interested in a laser by chance, with Tritium Pro night sights, which actually glow a little bit more and are easier to pick up than the traditional white dot sights.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Well, we're all into that. It's sad to say that we need this. I mean, there's more a fast-growing part of the sport is not only the sports side, but the self-defense side. And whether you guys have a shotgun or whether you have these pistols now, you can look out and getting your carrying permit is among the fastest growing things. And I know in this room here, I feel pretty safe. That's simply because our show producer, Shelby McCall, is here. No, that's
that's right.
Yeah. Oh, there you go again. But I don't see a buntline pistol on John Gordon's side there. And of course, Ron, you never know where he probably got something in his shoe down there. But self-defense side is Mossberg one of the front runners in that, right?
Absolutely. Before we got into the pistols, we obviously have quite an extensive line of shotguns, rifles, both bolt actions and AR-style rifles that are designed for personal and home defense.
Well, that's what I was talking. I know Ron's probably looked up on the catalog. He's so computer savvy over there. He's
well, I'm so intrigued with this new pistol, this 9mm. I mean, I keep reading about it and seeing all of these features of it. I mean, the ergonomics. We talk about a clear count polymer magazine where you can see how many shells you have in it, and the takedown system. It's so impressive what Mossberg has done here.
Well, thank you. And again, as I mentioned, innovation doesn't always come to mind, but that is one of the things that Mossberg prides itself on, too. And you mentioned that takedown system. I'd just like to touch on that briefly because, if you're familiar with subcompact pistols, a lot of them, to actually remove the slide on competitors, a lot of them you have to depress the trigger. And so, that's something that to me is a little bit of cause for concern.
Yes, it is.
The beauty of this is there's a little plate at the back of the slide. You simply push it down. You can remove the firing mechanism, and then take the slide off, and so it makes it very easy, very safe.
Oh, I need that. I need to be easy, and I know I want to be
Well,
safe.
and you know, the striker assembly is marked in orange, so you can see it real easy.
Way to go,
That's
Ron.
so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it clearly is.
It would look good on you, Ron. Now, with your color matches there and everything, you're looking at these. Again, we're talking to Linda Powell, our good friend. She's the Director of Media Relations for Mossberg, as Mossberg celebrates its 100th anniversary. And, just to say that just rolls off my it's just unbelievable, 100 years. And also, you guys have been good enough. I can't tell you, Linda has come through for the Tennessee Outdoor Riders. We always get something from Mossberg at our conference, and I don't know how many you do around the United States with things. There's no telling how many shotguns or whatever it might be. And I just want to thank you from being a part of the Tennessee Outdoor Riders Association for always reaching out to us, girl. I don't know, we couldn't have held some of our conferences just off what we get from one of those, whatever you send us. So I wanted to thank you personally on that.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm glad that we're able to support organizations like the Tennessee Outdoor Riders, and we really believe in encouraging everyone to get out and enjoy the outdoors and try to support that as much as we can.
Well, Linda, thank you for being with us this morning. Always good to talk to a legend. Okay? So,
all right, great to talk with you guys.
Yes, you are.
All right, Linda. Stay safe, All right, we'll talk to you. Thank you, girl. All right.
Thank you.
All right, let's take a break on Outdoors with Larry Ray, and here it comes. More CWD. If you don't know what that is, what rock have you been out? No, it's chronic wasting disease. We're going to talk about the meeting that was held recently in Bolivar, Tennessee. And we're going to talk to Amy Snyder, TWRA Information and Educational Officer. Be right back and talk to Amy.